Welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. This is your weekly guidance from Spirit. We are going to be checking in with your Spirit team and seeing what we are shown for you for the coming week. And to guide you in, we are going to draw cards from this beautiful Spirit of the Animals Oracle pack. So let us see what we are. Here we go. Reading number 1, reading number 2, and this one, reading number 3. Okay, and we're going to draw a rune and a charm as well, just to guide you in. Isn't that light beautiful? We have a shaft of light coming in for us, illuminating the way. So this will be reading number 1, Tiger Fire. I'm going to read this to you actually. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave, mighty forces come to my aid. Wow, super duper energy from that one, just magic. Okay, so this is to guide in reading number 1. Reading number 2, Cougar. Gosh, these are something else, aren't they today? Cougar, assertive. In silence you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. Reading number 2. And reading number 3. Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Okay, so that will be reading number 3. For those of you that like to be guided also by the runes and the charms, we'll draw a rune for each and a charm for each. Reading number 1. You have the rune of Berkana. This is the rune of growth. Reading number 2, you have the rune of initiation. And reading number 3, you have the rune of the self. Okay. Let's draw a charm. Reading number 1, you have a beautiful leaf. That's gorgeous. Reading number 2, you have bells. And reading number 3, you have the starfish. Absolutely beautiful. So Super Souls, I will put the timestamps in the information box below and the comments for phone users. I'm going to leave these in front of you just for a few moments, and you can always pause the video. Whichever one your intuition is guiding you to, you may find that more than one is speaking to you. But Super Souls, thank you for joining me so much, and I will see you in the readings. Hey Super Souls, welcome to reading number 1. You have been guided into this reading by the card of Tiger Fire, the beautiful charm of the leaf, and Berkana, the rune of growth. So let's place that here, and we're going to draw more cards for you. In fact, I'm going to take that higher. I'm going to put the crystal there and move this card into this position. Okay. We'll draw some oracle cards first, I think. Oh, this is really interesting. I've just picked up this, and this card is already wanting to come out. So that is your Shamanic oracle card for the day. We are asking reading number 1's Spirit team for guidance for the week ahead. see what we are shown. So, your first card is Rattle, Disperse. We then have Problems, Bless Your Past, and Stay on Course. That's very interesting. That is very, very interesting. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys are actually following the moon updates, but yeah, it's sort of resonating with the incoming energy. Fifth house, Passion. Look at that, just sitting here under the card of Tiger, Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Okay, and we have Stuck in the Mud, Protecting Treasure, and Compass. Okay. This is very, very interesting, this reading, Super Souls. Okay. I feel like your spirit team are sort of giving you the heads up, okay? Now, depending on when you're tuning in with this reading, whether you're watching it on the Sunday that I post it or you're watching it at a different time, at the end of the day, to be honest, I think we always find the right reading for us at any time. Do you know, I'm loving the way that the light in here is shifting, and look, it's like it's pointing to this card, Stay on Course. And it's really fascinating. I mean, I don't know how it's showing on your screens, but on mine it's like the light in this hand is like burning and vibrating, like it's real, the way the light is hitting these cards. I feel like your spirit team are giving you the heads up that there may be an interruption this week in your schedule, okay? And what they're saying is, don't let it get in the way. You know, continue on your own pathway, okay? And I think whatever the interruption or the problem that occurs, and it may even press a few buttons, your spirit team are saying to you, look, you're at a new stage in your life. You really have overcome a certain amount of difficulties, I think. You know where your passions lie. You know what matters to you, and you know your values, your true values, and you know them because you've been through tough stuff. I mean, that's how we develop and find our value systems. We go through difficult things, adversity, challenges, and it really firms up what counts, really. And your spirit team are just giving you the heads up that in the coming week for you, this is weekly guidance, whenever you are tuning in with this reading, you've been drawn to this reading for purpose. Your spirit team are saying to you, look, there's going to potentially be an interruption. There may even be one around you, like something's niggled you, something's rattled your cage. You know, there's been a problem of some sort or another, but actually this problem in itself is it's part of, it's not the whole thing, but it's part of the creation of a new life for you. Okay, it's part of this, it's one of the stepping stones, or if you think of a foundation as being like a little mini jigsaw puzzle, this is one of the pieces that's needed in order to launch you into this new chapter, this new phase of your life. Okay, so don't let it get under your skin. It's almost as though you're being given a choice to choose not to be stoppable. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. So there's something you're working on, you're involved in, you're manifesting. Very aware we have like a space here, and there needs to be a very special card to go in here. I'm not yet sure which one it is, which is interesting. I'm surrounded by lots of beautiful cards. I think it's going to be an angel card of some sort. Actually, Super Souls, I think it's going to be an angel card. You are fired up about something. In fact, for some of you, you might be fired up about more than one thing. Okay, now whatever you're fired up about, this is just such good information, because whatever you're fired up about, it's helping to define the shape of your future. I think you're on track with something. Stay on course here. You're on track. There's something you're working at or you're manifesting, and actually you are on track. Stay on course. Your spirit team are saying stay on course. If something shows up, the only purpose to it, the core purpose here, isn't to rattle your cage. It's to define with even greater finite clarity exactly what you're looking for, or exactly what you're manifesting. Whether this is a project, a creative project, or something, we'll be asking for more information. For some of you, it may be more than one thing, but there's something that you feel really powerfully, passionately about. That is the best word for it, passionately about. And actually your spirit team are saying, look, this is on its way to you. Don't let this interruption throw you. Observe it for what it actually is, which is to help you gain some clarity. It's going to give you a little piece of that jigsaw puzzle that you need. It may be around you already. Some of you may know exactly what that is. And others, you may just be thinking, well, this doesn't seem to apply to me. But within a day or two, if something rocks up that you think, oh, where did that come from? Just when I, had my day planned. It's going to help you. It literally serves the purpose of creating some piece of finite accuracy in your vision of the end goal, or on your journey to get there. You're growing something, you're manifesting something, the protecting treasure. I really feel like there's something you are bringing forth. You've been nurturing it inside. There's something very magical about this. And you have wondered, I think. I actually think you've had moments where you've wondered whether this is ever going to come forth, whether it's ever going to come right. A bit like when you get writer's block and you have this amazing idea, but trying to bring it into being is really tough. So whatever it is, it's as if there have been some problems along the way. But each of these problems is actually an opportunity. There's something within it that's helping. It's like the seed. It's very interesting. And you think of this card. It has a rattlesnake tail here in the background. Snakes shed their skin. You're sort of being asked to. It's almost as though whatever's going on as well, or whatever arrives, it helps you actually to shed a skin. It helps you to leave something behind. We have the Bless Your Past card. It helps you to let go of something that has actually been lingering, hindering you, whether it's an attitude or a belief or just something. There's something that either has happened or is about to, and when it does, it's just simply helping you to shed a skin. And it's really interesting because within this rattle there are seeds. So there is a seed of potential in what's been going on around you. So even if something's happened and you're thinking, where did that come from, or didn't see that coming, it's bringing definition. That I'm being told this really clearly. Your spirit team are saying you're on track. You have a passion, you have a dream, you have a goal, you have a picture of something, of a life that you want. Bakana it's a fruit-bearing rune. It's like, this is a forest in the making. This is symbolized by the birch tree, and the birch tree is the very first tree to seed itself after a forest fire. Forests are perfect ecosystems. They are communities that support and nurture one another. Every aspect of a forest is part of that community. It's like a bigger picture. Whatever your dream, whatever your bigger picture, don't stop. You're on course. We have this beautiful leaf here. What I'm hearing with this leaf, very distinct message coming through from your spirit team, your guides. Your guides particularly actually are saying, look, just as a tree naturally finds its own cycles. Okay, a tree will find its natural way. It sheds its leaves. Sometimes we have to shed some leaves, shed a skin in order to move forwards. We let go of something and we then come back with greater vigor, greater clarity. Yeah, whatever's shown up, I think it's possibly pressed buttons, got under your skin, or whatever is about to. Something's either niggling, clinging, or, you know, as I said, it may not yet have arrived, but your team are giving you the heads up. You're bringing something that is really, it's like you're nurturing something. It's almost you haven't yet quite birthed it into the world. You know, it's like your masterpiece. But that idea is to be cherished. And it may have been feeling like you may have had doubts about it. Will it ever happen? Your team are saying, yes, it will. Stay on course. This says literally, this card is a request that you keep going and stay on course, however challenging this may feel. Please be assured that right now, this is the appropriate way forwards. The universe supports your direction, and slow and steady progress is assured. You will find your north. This is your north. Yeah, this idea, this dream, the finished picture, the goal, it is your north. Let's ask for some more information here. First of all, I'm just going to get an angel pack, I think. So we will draw from this particular angel pack, I think, and this is the one that was really calling out to me. Oh, I like this card. Divine Order, reading number 1, Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see under the underlying order. Okay, it's exactly reinforcing that feeling that I think for some of you, you've just been thinking, this is never going to happen. You know how sometimes if you have a dream or a goal in your manifestations, and then, you know, when something goes wrong, we kind of think, well, does that mean that my goal is the wrong one? You know, it's how we interpret it. Do we recognize that this is a diversion or an interruption with purpose, but we are on track? Or do we interpret it to mean I'm pursuing the wrong goal? And that's the sort of stuff that we do within our own mind. And this is where I think having our guidance from our spirit team, your guides, your angels, they are walking alongside you and tuning into guidance like this. And there is, you know, some amazing readers out there on YouTube. And I know many of you read for yourselves. You are amazing readers. You read for yourselves and others. This is, and certainly for me, this is a wonderful way of remaining on track. If something happens and I question whether my mind is being accurate in its interpretation or not, your team are saying stay on course. There's a divine order to something needed to happen in some way. It's contributing to the journey here. So let's draw some tarot cards to see if we can be given more information for the coming week. For reading number 1, more information for reading number 1, please. Okay. Wow, we have King of Cups. Gosh, you've got some big cards here. We have King of Cups. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the card of the Lovers. We have the Magician. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Chariot. And we have the 7 of Wands. Okay. Right. Now there is an aspect of relationship here, but it won't apply to all of you. But nevertheless, there's some aspect of relationship within these cards. This obviously could be, as I said, more than one thing for you guys. You know, your bigger picture, your end goal, your dream, the course that you really wish to aim for could involve relationship as well as, you know, other circumstances around you, your calling, your pathway, your dream home, you know, the bigger picture here. You know, so this could apply to more than one thing, but what I'm seeing is there's something that is, or someone has been hesitant around you. Maybe you were ready to move something forwards and they weren't, or you were reticent, fearful of making the wrong decision, fearful of making the right or the wrong choice. You know, there's something here there's a concern about getting it wrong, making the right decision. There's an anxiety. Now this is very interesting. I mean, the card of Lovers is actually a card of choice, ultimately. What this reading is saying to you, super souls, for this week, you know, it's your guidance this week. You are actually being asked to just step away from the intensity of any situation that's around you that you could be engaging with as a problem, something that could get under your skin. Literally shed the problem, step away from it. You know, it's very interesting that there is I think it's been really well researched that it's really good to absorb ourselves in a problem if we need to fix something. But there is a point at which, when we go over and over and over and over it, we sort of basically, we get stuck in it and we can't see the woods for the trees. Okay, and it's when we then let it go, we walk away, we go off, we go out, we chill out, we go and do something completely different, and then suddenly you're in the shower and the solution comes to you. It's like, it's got that flavour here. Your team are saying to you, look, choose to be unstoppable. Your passion is your power. If you are undecided, rather than getting tangled in this, because you don't know what somebody else is doing. Again, maybe somebody else, it's maybe I think for some of you there is a focus on somebody else's choices interfering in yours, or somebody else made a choice that didn't resonate with with the way you wanted it to go, or vice versa. Don't be afraid of making the wrong choices. This is a time to step away for a bit and go have some fun. Go do something you love. Go and enjoy yourself. Go try something even different that you haven't done before. Just do something that will fill your heart with joy and passion, and let go of. I almost feel like you need to get your head out of the way. You know, like that saying, isn't it? Get out of your own way. But get out of your own way. You know, you can press the pause button. You can park something. Your team is saying to you, undecided, then park it. Stop being afraid. You're on track. Everything here is saying you're on track. You can come back to your manifestations and they are going to succeed. You will make the right choice and the right decision here, and things are going to move forwards very quickly. And you're going to feel that you have, you're going to feel that you are reaching a space where you can understand, and it's kind of like, find the answer to the choices that you're facing, but you'll get the higher vision. You know, it's like you'll see the answer through stepping away from it. You'll see the answer through meditation. You'll know what to do next. For some of you, this does connect to relationship. Maybe you have been reticent to really show how you feel or to commit. You've been afraid of making the wrong choice because previously you've had some ups and downs. You know, or maybe somebody else has been reticent. Maybe even within a project or something you're wanting to move forwards, you've been concerned about sharing it in some way. You know, we have this card here, protecting treasure. I feel you've been holding something in here. It could literally be that the details of your heart that you've been holding in. If you're not sure, just step away. Don't get tangled in the shoulds and shouldn'ts, the oughts and ought tos. That's what your team are saying to you this week, right here and right now. Chill out, unwind, go do something where you can harness your passion into something that you enjoy. The choice will become clear to you. If you have been uncertain about making a commitment, I think it'll become clear. If you're, for example, on a dating site and you're talking to more than one person, I think it will become clear. And it's going to move forwards in a really lovely way. If you are stuck on a chapter in your book, or you've been anxious about, you know, sending it to a publisher and you don't know which one to send it to, or whatever it is, or you want to approach your boss for a raise but you haven't been sure about it, or apply for a promotion, whatever this is speaking to you in the realm of your world, just step away from it. If it's niggled you, you know, let the leaf fall from the tree. You're going to come back renewed, reinvigorated with new growth. Shed the skin. Don't let it tap into issues of the past. That's what your team is saying. You are on course. Get out of your own head. That's what they're saying. Get out of your own head here. Reading number 1. Your team are rooting for you. This will come together and it will be back on track. Or literally you'll see the clarity of direction actually very quickly, and you'll be celebrating this. Okay, your manifestations are going to get a turbocharge from you stepping away from it, chilling out, having fun. And yes, there are still choices to make along the way, but you will come back with renewed energy, renewed vigor. And that's when, you know, it's like choosing to be unstoppable. You know, I am bold, I am brave, mighty forces come to my aid. Absolutely. Everything is going to shift forwards here. Super souls. Your team are absolutely saying to you, stand back, park it, come back to it. It'll be clear when you do. Reading number 1, that is your spiritual guidance, or your spirit team's guidance for the week ahead at whatever time you're tuning in with this. Tons and tons and tons of love. If this is resonating with you, do subscribe, press the little bell icon if you want to get notification of any of my readings. If tune in, I also post the lunar updates as well. So there's a daily moon update giving you a rundown of the lunar energy. I post those on Fridays. I post these ones on Sundays. I post a ton of random readings as well, which I'm putting into a playlist. And that playlist is a timeless readings playlist, answering specific questions that you can tune into at any time if you feel you're having a wobble or you need some specific guidance. And yes, lastly but not leastly, I give away a free private reading and some of these oracle cards every month. I have an email, a subscriber email list. It is a subscriber offer. Super souls, again, I'll put the link in the information box and in the comments for phone users. Once you're on that list, you are on it forever. Literally just sign in. You'll be registered, and then I announce the winners after one of the Sunday readings. You know, once it'll take you to a page where you can just fill in that registration form. Super souls, yeah, this is a week to really step back, place your passions into pure enjoyment for yourself. Sing like what's that saying? Sing like no one's listening. And then come back to it and it'll get sorted. It's pretty much the deal for you this week. Tons and tons of love. I'm sending you the biggest hugs. This just feels lovely because it's like your team are really giving you permission to stand back, have fun, and actually it will enhance your course. It won't detract from it. Tons and tons of love, super souls. Welcome, reading number 2. You have been drawn by the card of Cougar, assertive, and the bells, and the rune of initiation. So let's place that up here and we'll draw some oracle cards and some tarot cards and see what we are shown from your spirit team for the coming week for you. Ooh, that will be way too many, I think. Yeah, way too many. There's your card. Okay, so that's your Shamanic card. We are going to draw from several different packs. Okay, let's see what we have. So, first of all, you have air. Wow, what a stunning card. Creativity. And you have the card of opposition, confrontation. That's a very interesting card here. Let's place this under Cougar assertive. This is very interesting, isn't it? In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. I think that there is going to be this week some sort of creative solution to be found here. We have the card of difficult emotions. Do you know, this is so interesting. Stay on course came up in reading number 1 as well. And we have new beginnings too. You're emerging, super souls. You are emerging from something. Yes, you are. Moonlight, stuck in the mud. That also showed up in reading number 1. How interesting. How very, very interesting. I want to say reading number 2. Yeah, there's some similarities with reading number 1. Reading number 2. What your team are saying to you here is awareness is everything. Okay? So you are moving into a new chapter of your life. You're beginning a new chapter. You know, this card indicates you are about to begin a new chapter of your life. You're still in the transitional phase of it. It's like it hasn't yet completely consolidated itself. Shed, release and cleanse. Let go of any obstacles, inner or outer, that prevent you from engaging fully in moving forwards. The time is right for a fresh start and a new beginning. The universe supports you in your growth. You are totally on track in where you want to go. This card says the same. The universe supports your direction and slow and steady progress is assured. This is staying on course. So whatever you are working on, whatever you're creating, whatever you are bringing forth in your life, whatever you're manifesting, it is going to reach a point of success. We have the bells. This is like, for me, this is like wedding bells. It's celebration. I think for some of you there have been some hold-ups in whatever it is you're trying to manifest or bring forth. Now this is very interesting because it is different to reading number 1, but there are some similarities. If you were drawn to both readings, I can see why. Okay, there will be relevance. What this reading is saying though is there's something you need to see, okay, in order to move something forwards. So something is causing you a conflict. I think the conflict is inside of you. I'm not saying it's not caused by something external. In fact, I think it is, but there's something outside of you that is causing you to have an internal conflict, like an internal turmoil. Okay, I mean, look at this card. It's like she's in this whirlwind. Absolute whirlwind. Very interesting because a leaf focused in reading number 1 as well. But actually the key here is to use the energy to propel yourself forwards. There's something you need to see. if something has happened that has caused you to feel some quite strong emotions, there's something really important in those emotions, because difficult feelings let us know something. So if we feel uneasy about something, we actually need to listen to it. You know, if somebody does something and it's really disappointing, I mean, so many of us will go back time and again and will experience disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, when really we should have listened to the very first one and put it down and moved on, you know. So there's something you're needing to see here. There's an owl here in the light of the moon. You need to see something. We have an hourglass here as well. I feel like there's something quite important in the timing of what's going on this week for you guys. And whatever time you're watching this reading, you know, whenever you're tuning in with it, we can tune into any reading at any time. And, you know, we're drawn to the ones that bring us what we need at any given moment. You do need to be assertive here. You need to take charge of a situation. But you're needing to take charge of it in a way that you're doing so from a position of awareness. I feel like there's something that you haven't seen yet with clarity. And that's sort of why you're in emotional turmoil, or why difficult feelings are being raised. Actually, the emotions that are raised are bringing you the information that you need in order to make a correct choice. Even if you don't know the exact circumstances, your emotions will tell you something. It's kind of like, you know, when you meet someone and just something about them feels uneasy, or your gut feeling doesn't feel right. And so often we override it. When actually, and then later on, we look back and think, I really should have listened to that. That was important, but I didn't, you know, I overrode it, or I thought, you know, something. Trust your gut feeling here. Listen to the emotions. There's something you need to see with clarity here. Wizard of Awareness. The moment you see it with clarity, I think the way will become clear. Okay? This is a time to not so much press the pause button, stuck in the mud, but I do feel there's a need to not try to rush something forwards, just become an observer. It's in becoming an observer that you'll see what the two opposing forces here are about. Let's ask for more information about number two. About reading number two's situation. So we have chakra clearing, Archangel Metatron. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using geometric shapes, sacred geometric shapes. I felt there was another card wanting to come out here too. I feel it's this one. All is well. Beautiful. Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Okay, so whatever this confrontation, conflict, clash is about. Okay, I'm just going to move these along. This can sit here, I think. Yeah, it's probably going to end up with a bit of light on it. That one will do better there. Yeah, bring our angel cards in. I think we can, yeah, I think we have room for everything. That's great. Right, all is well. This conflict, confrontation, difference of opinion, it sort of had to happen in order for something to shift and move forwards. And information, I think, is going to come to light that will enable you to act with awareness. Okay, let us draw some more cards, and we will be asking your team, your guides, your angels, more information for reading number two, please. This is really interesting. Our first card, the Five of Pentacles. So there's a feeling of loss around you in some way. You know, whether that's loss of energy, loss of, you know, in terms of health, or loss of, you know, fear around finances, fear that something isn't going to work out. But there's a lot of down in the dumpsness. Oh my goodness me, Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Goodness me, you guys are really feeling very low about something. I can really see that here. Four of Swords. Look at this, 2 5s, 2 4s, and then the 2 of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Look at this. The 8 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Okay, super souls, your team are really, oh, they're really, really supporting you. They really are. You guys are really down in the dumps about something here. And it's causing you personal conflict. It really is. It's just causing you to feel just basically pretty low and not okay. And I am, you know, genuinely, I am so sorry that you're feeling this way. It's really hard, isn't it, when something happens to leave us feeling just so down, so sad. And I am really sorry about that. What your team are saying, though, is actually everything is actually happening. I know it doesn't feel like it, okay, but everything is happening as it's supposed to. Something had to happen here for it to give. You know, like when something builds up, you know, it's like something has to give. Now, what your team are saying to you here is, take a little bit of time to look after yourself. Slow down. Stop, take time out. It's not permanent. You know, in silence you find power. Remember, cougar, assertive. Let's just read this. In silence you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Stop, slow down, recoup. In silence, you find power. You're needing to, something has diminished your energy, your resources, your health. It could be a health issue and you're still battling away. It could be circumstances that have left you feeling unhappy, upset. But one way or the other, you need to replenish. In silence, you find your power. Don't hold on to this situation. You know? Don't cling to it. You know, whatever has caused you to feel conflict, you are being advised not to hold on to it. It's time to let it go. It's really not relevant to you anymore. You know, what you're needing to do is to stay on track, stay on course with your own life and look ahead to the future. So take some time out. Let it go. Just you know, if someone has treated you badly, let it go. Don't cling to the resentment over it, because if you cling to the resentment or the hurt, then it still has power over you. If you let it go and you say, do you know what, I'm going to create my own future here, that creates this profound shift. Retreat. In silence you find your power, then you come back up and you claim what is rightfully yours, which is your pathway, your life, your direction. This is going to move forwards. The cougar assertiveness, you have the courage and confidence to succeed. When you retreat, you will see clearly what's been going on. When you retreat, you will see clearly that this is no longer relevant to you and you don't have to hold on to it. You can look ahead, and the very essence of looking ahead and thinking about the future rather than what has taken place, the conflict that was caused for you, the moment you shift and look ahead, the spark of new beginnings comes. And I mean, my goodness me, it's like there's a turbocharge of energy that says, let's ignite your fire, let's go for it. Your manifestations suddenly get back on track, and you can really begin to reclaim your future. I love that we have the three here, Wizard of Awareness and the Three of Wands. This is looking ahead. Gosh, look at the light coming into this reading now. I think it is fascinating. I've just glanced at the screen and I can now see how much light is flooding in. I don't know at which point that started because I was engrossed in the reading and the cards, but I feel like it's been fascinating the way the light has been coming in and picking out certain cards, and it's been changing through these readings. Look at the way the light is shining across, you know, these bells of celebration. This is celebrating you. The initiation, this is the opening. This is like a rite of passage, a rebirth. It's lighting up the energy, reinvigorating this part of you that feels like you've lost your energy, you've lost traction. All is well and it's happening as it should be. Something needed to give in order to create space for you to re-find the leadership of you within your own life, okay? It's like something was holding you back, stuck in the mud here. Something was holding you back or limiting your own horizons. Something was holding you back from your purpose, your calling. And the purpose of what's now taking place is that it's igniting. Look at the way this card is like lighting up. I'm just blown away by the way the light is particularly coming in a very, very interesting way to these cards today. It really is. It's like your third eye vibrating, the fire coming in here. Something, whatever you have been involved in that is coming, I think, in a way to an end for some reason. You need to put that chapter behind you because actually it was actually slowing you down. And the moment you make a choice to just let it go, get it out of your headspace, my goodness me, the energy will awaken. Your manifestations of your personal pathway will start to move and to shift, and the future will become clear. Reading number 2 this week is like an initiation, a pathway to rebirth for you. I'm not saying that it feels easy, and you know, I'm just sending you the biggest hug ever because I get it. And it's so hard not to lock horns within ourselves, isn't it? Or indeed to lock horns with, I want to almost say, the idea of someone, the residue of someone, or even someone in person. I don't feel like this is somebody in person anymore. It's the outcome of something, but it's really got you down. I love in this card here as well, the Four of Swords, that I feel this is like, you know, sit down and nurture yourself here. Retreat for a little while, you know, in silence you find your power. I love that on her arm. I don't know if you can see that. Let me hold it right up. I think you can. She has a tattoo, and the tattoo is the rune of fertility. The rune of fertility asks us, it says completion of beginnings. So something has to be completed for us to fertilize the ground for our own deliverance. So there's something to be let go of. Don't cling. My goodness me, the moment you really do let go, your passion, your assertiveness, you regain leadership of your own pathway and your own direction again. Whatever has caused this is like regrouping you. Reading number 2. Oh wow, now these cards are just lighting up. I'm just looking at the way this is happening. I mean, wow, this is just, whew, 8 of Wands. This is just going to launch. Wow, amazing. Your manifestations are going to get back on track. Look at the way the future card here is lighting up for you. Wowza, amazing. Super Souls, reading number 2. If this reading is resonating and you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, subscribe, press the little bell icon, and they should come into your stream. Beautiful reading number 2, people. I give away a free private reading and a pack of the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards. That's these ones here, the Stay On Course ones, New Beginnings, every month. That's a subscriber offer, and I have a subscriber email list, and the link is in the information box below and the comments. I have a totally free library that is there to help you with emotions if you're struggling with difficult emotions. That's the A to Z of emotional health. Again, www.azemotionalhealth.com. It's a membership site, but it is completely free. Always will be. It's there. It's a whole library. I used to work as a full-time accredited psychotherapist before I started really moving into more spiritual work. It's a resource that's there to help to understand your emotions as a source of empowerment. There's a ton of stuff in there that might be helpful. Access that if it's good for you. Gosh, what else to say? I have a playlist that I'm creating of timeless readings that answers very specific questions like yes, no, how will this pan out? I'm constantly adding to that, so do check that out if you feel the need to find some additional guidance. These are weekly readings that I post every Sunday, and I post every Friday like a moon update with a lunar forecast day by day by day, so you can see what the energy of the moon is doing and kind of use that, harness that energy to navigate your week. Super Souls, I am just sending you truly the biggest hug in the world. Your team are rooting for you, the universe are rooting for you. Something had to give because it's going to open something else up for you, which will literally get you back on track in your own life. You needed it, but it's just been really tough, and I can see it. So sorry that you had to feel that, but truly this is going to shift, and your team are really supporting you and letting you know that. Look at the vibrancy and light that's being sent into this reading. It's magic. Super Souls, reading number 2, just tons and tons and tons of love to you. Welcome, reading number 3. You have been drawn to the card of Heron, Patience, the rune of the Self, and the little starfish. I always feel like the starfish energy holds hope. So this is really interesting. Let's see what else we are drawn in our cards today for you guys. Let's see what your spirit team wish to talk to you about for the coming week. This is your weekly guidance. So we'll draw some oracle cards. Here we go. We're going to draw a shamanic card first. We have the card of Altar, Honoring. Beautiful card. We have it's really interesting. As I've put these cards down, another has slid out, so I'm going to just grab that one too. Look at that. You have Honoring, and you have the card of Cave, Retreat. Very clear cards for you guys. Let's draw another one for you. 6th house, sustainability. And this is really interesting. Quite a lot of extra cards coming out in this reading number 3. Okay. What do we have here? So we have Stormfields, Encouragement, we have Movement, we have Sad Embrace, and Coming Apart. Okay, so let's move that over there. I'm going to bring these down here and try and work out how to get everything in camera for you guys. Okay. Okay. We then have Sustainability. And, okay, have your voice, choices and decisions, and forgiveness of ourselves. Okay, Right, I'll put these over here to one side. There's a really, really big message here. Super Souls reading number 3. What I can see is, look, you've come through something that's been really quite big. Okay, the Stormfields card. You know, it hit you like a tornado, literally. Now, it's moving forwards. It's coming to its completion. So that in itself is super lovely. It's really, really important that your team wish you to know, your spirit team, your guides, your angels are saying to you, look, what they're saying is you didn't do anything wrong. You couldn't really have done it differently, is what they're saying here. I think you're questioning now whether or not you made the right choices, whether you made the right decisions. I think maybe you're going over and over this situation. And what your team are saying to you for this week is, you know, there's a time for introspection, which is helpful and good for us. It's good to reflect. It's very good. You know, we have the cave retreat and the altar honoring. It's very good to do the introspective work and to go inside of ourselves and honor the process and the learning. But it isn't okay for us to pick ourselves to pieces. Okay? We do the best that we can do under any circumstances. You know, we can't change what's happened, and I feel like you guys are ruminating, you're going over, and I feel like you're actually giving yourselves quite a hard time, if I'm truly honest. That really is coming across here. You know, something's come to an end in your life. Whatever that is, it's come apart, it's ended, it's drawing to a close. What your team is saying to you, look, even if you thought it was going to work out, you know, you really thought that this was going to work out. I think you really believed in it. But something changed that meant that it was no longer sustainable. Okay, that's what you're being, something shifted. I don't know what that energy was. I'm not even sure that it's worthy of us drawing cards around it, because all we'd be doing would be looking back and diving inwardly deeper and deeper and deeper, trying to analyze something. And this card is sort of saying, look, something shifted that made the situation no longer sustainable. Okay? And no amount of ruminating or giving yourself a hard time or questioning what you did or what you didn't do, or whether you could or couldn't have said something, whether somebody else could or couldn't have said something, why didn't they say something, why didn't you say something, you know, why didn't, you know, all the stuff that we do. It's really human to do it. But your team are actually saying to you, your guides, your angels are saying to you, look, something happened that meant that this situation was no longer sustainable. The something that happened was actually out of your control. You couldn't have done anything about it. It was a storm cloud. It's a bit like the, let's see, here we are, choices, decisions, we're being shown this here, the butterfly. It's like the butterfly wing effect. You know, like there's a butterfly flaps its wings, I don't know, here in the UK, and there's a, I don't know, and a volcano erupts somewhere in Africa. That's a really silly example. But you know what I mean. It's like something happened somewhere that meant that this was no longer going to be sustainable. So it needed to come to an end. But you're not really aware, and I don't know that you can be, and we could dive into it and we could draw loads of cards, but what we're being shown here, and your team is saying, look, don't ruminate, there's no purpose to this. You know, this had to come apart at this moment. It had to, you know, it's sad. The most important thing now is to not use retreat as a space of self-persecution where you give yourself a hard time and ruminate. It's actually a space where you actually need to honor yourself. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Encouragement. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently. Movement towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So whatever's been knocked off course, off balance, your team are saying to you, look, just retreat and honour yourself. Just honour yourself and don't ruminate. Don't pick yourself to pieces. That's the clearest message coming through. I'm going to pick an angel card actually here. Just want to see. And there it is, your card. Take back your power. Yeah, this is really interesting. It's almost as though, because this wasn't expected, it's like you're, you know, because this wasn't expected, it's knocked you off balance, and now what you're doing is giving yourself a really hard time. They are literally saying, your angels are saying, take back your power. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. This is going to move forwards, okay? The storm clouds are actually over. The storm clouds are over. This is done. It's done, dusted. That's the deal. Patience and perseverance are now needed, along with some time to honour yourself and your learning. This is your weekly guidance whenever you've been drawn to this reading. I mean, I think we find the right reading at the right time. You know, this is really, really appropriate for you to find, have your voice. Don't cling to anything, because this basically, it had to happen. Whatever's broken down in your life, whether it's a work situation, a person, whatever it is, the car you loved, I don't know, whatever it is, you know what I mean, super souls. It's time to have patience, just recover, recoup without giving yourself a hard time. You're being given encouragement, and you will, this is going to move forwards. This situation is going to move forwards. It's just that it's like the way it was no longer sustainable. There will be choices and decisions to make. You're being encouraged to be patient, because choices and decisions will present themselves to you. This will move forwards, and you will have the opportunity actually to have your voice. It's just right now, it's better that you, there will, I'm really hearing this so clearly, take back your power. There will be opportunity to have your voice, but there is no point in trying to force your voice to be heard when the circumstances aren't really tenable. There will come a point when you get to have your say, and there will be choices and decisions ahead of you regarding this, but now is not the moment. It's going to move forwards. Retreat, honour yourself, have patience. This situation is going to emerge. Let's ask for additional guidance for reading number 3. What else do your spirit team wish to show you about this situation and about where you are now? And also maybe, how is this going to work out? Lots of cards coming out for you guys. Okay. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. Very, very interesting, because the 4 of Pentacles says don't hold on to something. I'm going to say above and beyond anything, don't hold on to, that storm field. It's done. It wasn't sustainable as it was, so something's going to change, but something is going to shift. We have the 8 of Pentacles. This is groovy. This is a card of manifestation. It's kind of like, what do you want to manifest? What do you want? 3 of Pentacles. King of, oh wow, look at this. King of Pentacles, the Emperor. Okay, we have the 4 of Swords. 7 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Knight of Swords. Okay, this is very interesting. I feel, you guys, that these need to sit under the kings. Okay, this is quite important. Or I say the king and the emperor. Okay. 2 4s together. Don't hold on to this. It's whatever the situation, whatever broke down, whatever was no longer sustainable, it had to happen. It was right. Something was not working in its present form. It was never going to be right. It couldn't continue as it was. Retreat to your cave, but do not give yourself a hard time. Very clear. 8 of Pentacles. Think about what you really want. Now the signs are going to be shown to you here. You're going to be shown something that will make it clear as to what you need to do next. Now we know we have a beautiful card here, encouragement, and we have the card of movement. So something is going to be shown to you that will make it very clear as to what your next step will be. 3 of Pentacles. It may come to you through community, through friends, through family, but something will be shown to you about this situation that will firm you back up. It'll put you back on solid ground again. It's going to move forwards. It's going to emerge. It's going to, it's going to happen. It's going to evolve. Take time alone to find balance, step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring rewards. You need to let something get processed, and you can't make it happen. It has to process itself, okay? And other people that are involved or other circumstances have to process their bit of this, okay? But collaboration, you know, I'm seeing collaboration here. So you're going to be invited to collaborate or be part of something, and it's going to move this forward. So the opening will come to you. Don't hold on to this. Don't hold on to the disruption, the storm cloud, whatever it was, in whatever area of your life. Just recover, recoup, and don't cling. Let it go. The signs and literally an opening will come for you, and it will be an opportunity to collaborate and to connect in some way. So whether it's connecting to the same people, person, situation, I don't know, or something new, but I can see that there will be an opportunity for collaboration, connection, and to build something from this. So that's great. We have King of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. I want to say, and then we have the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. If this for some of you has been a breakdown in a relationship, whether that's work or intimate, it could for some be intimate. What I would say, it could also be a working relationship or a working situation. I think the solution to move it forwards will come to you. There'll be collaboration. For some of you, there may be a getting back together and knowing how you can work, literally so that you can work together in some way, shape or form, whatever that may mean. It will become clear. The way will become clear. If this is an ending of a relationship, then I think a new one may be on the cards. If it's a hiccup in a relationship that's intimate, I think a resolution and a collaboration may be on the cards. If it's a work situation, I think there'll be a cooperation that makes something possible. And once that's made clear to you, your position will be, again, have your voice. It's really key. I said earlier, I think there will come a time when you get to have your voice, but it isn't now. Patience. As and when that happens, everything will move forwards, and it's going to move forwards in a way that is satisfactory for you. Up until now, something hasn't been satisfactory for you. Reading number 3. But it will be. You know, I always think this is the wish. The starfish is the wish charm. Something is going to come right for you, the rune of the South. What you're having to do at the moment is wait. You've got to wait it out, let the storm subside, let other people do their thing, let the external circumstances get processed and sorted. And whether this is an entirely new beginning or a resolution or a healthy compromise, it's going to get moved. So whether it's a brand new beginning because you put it behind you, in comes the new and off we go. Or whether it is a coming back together, working out how to collaborate, how to do this in a way that is okay for everybody. One way or the other, this situation is going to sort itself out. Your team are saying to you, have patience, because the timing needs to be perfect. And right here and right now, that timing hasn't yet happened. Okay, super souls, so be patient. Look after yourself, don't cling. Sit down, invest in your dreams, create a vision board, really think about what you want, focus on you. The signs literally there'll be a point of illumination, at which point you'll know exactly how to move forwards. And it will, it could come through friends, other colleagues, but something's going to come that will move this ahead in a really good way, and your voice will be heard. Let's complete this reading number 3, by drawing an angel card for you. All is well. Beautiful. Such an affirmation. Again, this came out in one of the other readings too. Very powerful week. All is well. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to, with hidden blessings that you will soon understand. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Okay. Super souls, if this is resonating with you and you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, I post these every Sunday for weekly guidance from Spirit. I post a moon update with the moon information, the lunar energy for the coming week every Friday. I post gosh, I just do loads of stuff. I post lots of spontaneous readings as well, which answer very specific questions. I put those into a timeless playlist, so you can access that at any time. I have a monthly subscriber offer where I give away a free private reading and some of these cards, the Art of Manifestation Oracle cards. That's a subscriber email list. You can add yourself to it if you want. Super souls, I'll just put all the links in the information box and the comments for phone users, so you can find whatever you need there. Reading number 3, look after you, have patience. The opportunity to have your voice will come and your voice will be heard. You will step up into this space of renewed confidence and balance, but whatever took place, it had to happen because something as it was not sustainable. Super souls, I am just sending you all the love in the world. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to all of you guys who have said thank you through the, the comments. You're able to make donations through the comments. And to those of you who are supporting me through Patreon as well. You guys, I mean, I just so appreciate you. Thank you so much. Reading number 3, I wish you an amazing week. Take it easy, look after you, have patience. This will get sorted. Tons of love.